Hello, Virgo. I'm back. How you guys doing? I hope you're well. Thank you so much for coming here and clicking here. I appreciate you. Virgo, I've got an oracle deck that we're going to throw a few cards from, and then we're going to look at tarot, of course. And at the end of the video, I'm going to tell you all about how to... At the end of the video, I'm going to tell you all about how to find the extended. Sorry, my brain shut off there for just a minute. I've been off for 3 whole days. And I'm going to tell you all about private reads as well, if you want to know about that. So thanks for coming back. Hey, can you please check to see that you are subscribed if you choose to be subscribed here? Because sometimes when you click on a video, it keeps coming through your feed, and then all of a sudden I will disappear because you haven't subscribed. So if you thought you were subscribed, please check into that. And if you haven't subscribed or you've been unsubscribed, because I've noticed that too with myself, the people I've subscribed to, all of a sudden I've become unsubscribed, and I don't know why. So please check into it. Thank you so much. Let's find out what's going on. We're going to pull a few of these, and then we're going to go into a 9-card draw. Let's find out what's going on for Virgo, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter. All right. You are approaching dawn. That's what it feels like. It's the first thing I see here. I'm looking at the train. It says subway and railway, and then we have a lighthouse in the distance. And it feels like you're moving rapidly towards some sort of guiding light. It feels like you see something in the future that you really want. And I'm going to say that you're getting closer and closer, and that light at the end of the tunnel is not a train, Virgo. You don't have to worry about that. It says here a symbol of hope, watchful sentinel. So I feel like you've maybe been having a hard time with something, or that maybe you've been in the dark, or you feel like things just aren't moving your way. I'm going to say that light at the end of the tunnel, like I said, is not a train. And it feels like you are rapidly moving toward this relief. It almost feels like a bit of relief because look, there's people in the elevator. It says vertical transport, transit between floors. I like that, accessibility and accessible. So look, I feel like you're about to go to the next level on something here. That's what it feels like. So I'm going to say that maybe you're in a job you don't like and you feel like you've been stuck there forever. I feel like if you apply for that job, if you take on that project, the lateral move, the thing you didn't want to do because they're not going to pay you anymore, I feel like it takes you to the next level. I'm going to say that it feels like that this light might be coming on as you get on the elevator because it says vertical transport. So it tells me that you're going up a level here. Transit between floors. So if you've been on the lower level of the financial draw, you're going to be going to a higher level financially. But there's something here that is going to give you hope, because this is a symbol of hope, right? You've probably been on the train. Maybe, I don't know, maybe it's going through New York. I don't know. You've been on the train. Maybe it's been scary. Maybe things aren't really working out the way you wanted them to. Somebody here could have been in the hospital, could have been sick, could have been not feeling well. It doesn't have to be something as terrible as being in the hospital, but it does say medical care or medical treatment center. So maybe somebody here was trying to heal heartbreak, possibly. It says heartbreak place, right? It says lost love, grief, memories, heartbreak. So it feels like somebody here was in a hard-ish place. And I feel like you're healing from that. Could be physically, could be anything really, right? Physically, mentally. Let's talk about you, Virgo, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter for my Earth cousins. Tell me about Virgo. We're going to do a 9-card draw, Virgo. Let's find out what's going on for you. We've got the Fool. Well, there you go. I'm going to say prepare to take a leap, friend. Prepare for something new. Prepare for something you didn't expect to push you into... I feel like something is coming at you quicker than you think because the train is here. So this Fool, this energy of like terrifying acceleration, because the train, but exhilarating. Feels exhilarating as well. So exciting, but terrifying just a little bit. I think that it's going to become clearer to you. Now, this could be going on the week ahead. My intention, as you guys know, is always to read for the week ahead, but this could be at any time because time is fluid, not linear, right? So it could be any time for you. Look at that. I feel like you have decided to leave behind some sort of heartbreak. I feel like you're seeing probably a little bit of light at the end of the tunnel. Maybe you were in a dark place and it feels like something didn't work. Frustrating. Felt like you were in the dark, but maybe you were, look, I'm just saying, maybe you really weren't in the dark, but maybe you felt like you were there, maybe because your eyes were covered and you weren't seeing something, or you couldn't make a decision, because this is a block, right? It's a block because I don't want to make the decision, because I know I'm going to have to cut out one thing for the other thing. We could be talking about a choice between two things, two jobs, two people, two situations. It feels like you didn't want to make the decision to take the leap, but I feel like you're going to get some clarity here, Virgo. You're going to get some clarity, an aha moment, or a conversation that you have with somebody, maybe a Libra or an Aries, possibly. A conversation you're going to have with somebody is going to help you to make some sort of decision, to go to the next level, to realize that you're almost at the end of the line. You can get off the train soon. Maybe something that is going to heal the mind. We've got, right? Got air signs here. We've got the 7 of Cups. It might not be totally clear, but I think you're going to take a leap anyway, because the World card is here. I feel like once you reach this place, this accomplishment or this milestone of getting clarity on whatever it is that you're trying to choose, I feel like you probably won't have all the details, I'm going to say, and that's going to freak you out the most, because you're a person of details, right? You need to know what is going on at all times. And I feel like something here is going to feel cloudy or overwhelming or emotional, because you don't make emotional decisions unless you got water and the rising and the moon. You don't make emotional decisions. You make decisions based on data. And so I feel like there is a decision to leave someplace, to go to someplace. And it's a really big decision, because you know that once you make the decision, one of these things, you're cutting away and you're never looking back there. So we got the 5 of Wands in the reverse. When the 5 of Wands is here in the upright, it's indecision. I don't know what to do. I'm not really sure what I'm going to do. But the 5 of Wands in the reverse tells me I may have a little bit of indecision, but I have to take a leap. I have to plant my wand in the ground. Look, everyone else is waiting for you. Everything that is here for stability, 4 wands around this person in the middle who's wandering around trying to figure out where they're going to put their wand. Everything else that is out there in the future is waiting for you to heal the mind, heal your situation, heal the self, and make some sort of decision to close the door. Now, I feel like you're going to close the door on the situation. Feels like it took you a long time to make this decision, but I think the Ace of Swords is going to help out by giving you clarity or some sort of clear, this could be a clear contract. It could be a new contract for a new job. We've got the 6 of Pentacles. We've got the 9 of Swords. Yeah, that's the hardest part, right? So it feels like the worry about reciprocal energy here. Somebody here is like, but what if I leave this place and I hate the people I work with at the next place? Or what if I leave this situation and I regret leaving the situation? Could be a relationship, could be a friendship, could be a job, right? What if I make a decision and I hate the reciprocal energy I get? It feels like you're worried that there's not going to be anyone around to help you or to cheer you on or to give you what you give to them. The 6 of Wands tells me, look, you are about to get some sort of a victory here after coming through a hardship or a hard time, because this person is coming back from the fight, coming back from the war. But listen, they're on the white horse and they're getting a lot of attention. They've got a lot of energy. Everything is going their way. 6 of Wands is about victory after the fight. And so I feel like after you've fought yourself just a little while, that you're about to make a decision. Instead of holding back and being quiet about it and being sad about it, you're going to finally put your plan into action here. So we're just waiting for action. I feel like the 6 of Wands is the action. It does feel like you're going to be offered some sort of exciting but terrifying but exhilarating leap of faith to take into something that I feel you're going to do because it makes you feel good, or the excitement emotionally is going to overtake you. And although you're worried about reciprocal energy or whether anyone's going to be there to help you, cheer you on, be on your team, I feel like Five of Wands tells me you really don't have any more indecision about the decision that you're about to make. Although you know straight up that you might be disappointing someone, frustrating them, or backing away from a contract that you had with them. We're going to put 2 cards here. We can see what's going on underneath the surface that you might not otherwise see. Yeah, it's all bringing you to this place of justice. So that is restoring your life back to its natural balance. It feels like you're about to do the right thing. Make the decision, because I feel like your decision is about to be the right thing. Look, you've gone over the details as much as you can. You're a sharp mind. You've observed from a distance. You've got all of the data. You know what to do. And I think it's decision time, because there is 1 sword here in Justice, 1 sword here in the Page of Swords, and that tells me it's decision time. You're getting clarity. 1, 2, 3, 4. You're getting clarity. This 4 of Swords, but right now you've got 5. You're sort of arguing and fighting with yourself about what to say, what to do, how to do it. Do I take a leap? But what am I going to have to lose? I think that's what the World card is at the center of everything. The heart of the matter is, but what am I going to lose when I close the door and decide to never go back there again? These are all fixed signs, right? Scorpio, Taurus, Aquarius, Leo. They don't do the cha-cha. The fixed signs don't cha-cha. They make the decision after a long period of observation, and then they move forward and make the decision, and they never look back. So that's why it takes them so long to make a decision. And people will call them stubborn, but they're really slow to react. That's all it is. Tell me about the Ace of Swords. Tell me what the realization or this moment of clarity is all about. We've got the 9 of Wands. I think that the place that you're in has burnt you out. I think you've had enough. I think you're ready to drop whatever it is that has been holding you back or holding you down. You get some sort of clarity here with the 4 of Swords, realizing that with clarity, stability of the mind, that you can stop arguing and fighting with yourself, because now we've got 4, 5, 6 swords. Now we can move forward, right? Forward movement, moving to a calmer place in the mind and getting out of the chaos. There's the 5 of Swords. Interesting, because the 4 is here and then the 1 is 5 and then the 5 of Swords, and 5 and 5 is 10. I'm always adding the swords, y'all. That's how I read. So there is something here that's going to be hard to let go of. I'm not going to candy coat it here. Something here is going to be terribly painful to let go of. Closing this door is going to be really exceptionally hard, but you are going to have to let go of something in order to release your indecision. You will have to finally make a decision and never go back to the past. The 7 of Cups is here because this is a very overwhelming decision in which I feel you have not landed on the answer to yet. It feels like it's cloudy or like muddy water, or it feels like illusionary. Like I really don't know what the answer is because I really can't see through the murky water. That's what it feels like here. The Page of Cups is here. I've got the 5 of Pentacles. Yeah, I think you're just going to leave this behind, whatever it is here, because you're thinking strategically now. I feel like not only are you sort of, I would say, deciding that it's time for you to strategize more about what you're leaving behind and what you have to gain by leaving something behind. The Page of Cups tells me that you are going to come up with this decision, I would say, this realization in a moment. Like it feels like it surprises you or shocks you that one night you go to sleep and you're like, I still don't know what to do about that thing. And you wake up in the morning and you're like, okay, well, today's the day. I have to put some energy into exacting my plan here, because I feel like you've been stuck at the crossroads for long enough. So it is strategic emotionally. I feel like you're tiptoeing around emotional mines. And I feel like that means that there's going to be people in your life who are, going to be arguing and fighting with you. They're going to say, look, you're being immoral. You're not doing what I wanted you to do. Therefore, what you're doing is bad. People in religion do this a lot, right? If you don't believe the way I believe, then I'm just not ever going to be able to have any respect for you. It's like the fundamental difference, right? Some people just don't have the ability to change their mind or be fluid in their thinking. I feel like you are fluid in your thinking because you're a mutable sign, and I feel like you can be fluid whenever you want to be, but I feel like sometimes you're at risk of being like a fixed sign. You could have fixed sign energy, and getting stuck in places where you decided you can't change your mind about something. I feel like the Five of Wands in the reverse is telling me that there's no more indecision about making the decision. Tell me why you had indecision here and what's helping you make this decision. So you had indecision because the moon energy is here and things are not as they seemed. I feel like you're going purely on your intuition and that you really didn't know what the outcome is going to be. And that's why you had indecision. Because I think that you were taking into account that the 10 swords might show up and I might regret letting go of this whole thing. It might be so painful that at the last second I may not be able to let it go. We've got the Nine of Cups, but I'm just going to say that I think that once you get out of indecision, that you feel a lot happier inside, you feel a lot happier outside, and now you no longer need external validation. And that in itself is going to make it easier to make the decision. A lot of people don't make decisions, not because they're stuck in the mind, but because they're people pleasers, and they're trying to make everybody happy. And we all know that that's just not possible, right? And then we have the Page of Wands. So it tells me that whatever it is that you've decided you're going to do, you will get victory at. 5 and 1 is 6. We have 6 here. You will have victory. You will be very happy on the inside, the outside. This is a happiness that you built by yourself, but I feel like it's because you decide to step forward in a very curious way, even though you don't know what the outcome is going to be. That's what it feels like here with this moon energy. You don't know what the outcome is going to be, but you're going to step forward anyway because you've got enough data. You've observed long enough. You can see somebody's taking that one sword or arrow out of the quiver, and this one is about to take the shot, right? So we can see that you were sort of in this place where I'm not really sure, I can't make the decision. Then, okay, I see it. I got my eye on it. I know what it is. I know what I have to do. And I feel like you are doing the right thing here. Tell me what all your worries are here, Virgo. What are all of your worries here? Why are you so worried? We've got the Lovers. Okay, so for some of you, in order to accomplish this, you do need to leave a relationship. It could be a relationship that is based on love or based on friendship. It does feel like it is a choice for you to step away from the Eight of Swords. Look, we've got the 5 swords that are around the water pit, and she's looking at herself, feeling like her hands are tied and she can't make a decision because, why? Not because she can't, but because the 3 swords are here. Because she knows that she's going to make a decision that is going to hurt other people. Because when you decide to move forward and go get what you want, in your wisdom, I feel like other people are going to see you as a traitor or someone who no longer aligns with their values. And so they're going to call you names, tell you, well, I can't be your friend anymore because you don't believe what I believe. Screw that shit. Just go, man. You got to go and do what you're going to do, and you're going to get your victory doing that thing. You might even have to leave in silence. I'm just saying, here we got the 6 of Swords and the High Priestess. You just may have to listen to your intuition and move away in silence and just back away and go. I feel go build your foundation of whatever you're going to build. I feel like your King of Swords energy here is like you have enough information. The King of Swords doesn't make a move without having all the data, doesn't make a move without being absolutely, totally, positively sure about what they're doing. And so I feel like you're being given the opportunity, and I think you're going to take it. But first, you got to heal the mind. We're going to go into the extended. We're going to talk more about this. We're going to talk about this Death card, this 6 of Wands, what's waiting, or 6 of Swords, what's waiting for you. And I feel like you're probably going to go by silence or the dead of night. One of two. They just might wake up one morning and all of a sudden the for sale sign is off the lawn and you're done. You're gone. So if you want to come into the extended and watch me pull this part, I will do that for you. And if you want to do that, please look at the pinned comment that's above all of the comments. There is a link there. If you click on read more, you will see that there is a link there for the membership area, which is where I put all of these extendeds. If you want to come there and hang out with us at the extended, then please click on that link. And if you'd like a private read, please know I do both pre-recorded and live readings. Pre-records begin at $25 and go up from there. Please look at my schedule. Take the link to Hypsee. Look at my schedule if you want to catch me live. You do have to pre-book for the live readings, so take a look at my schedule. And if there is not a time there that you want to make a booking, please just email me, Elsie at 10 of Cups Tarot, and I will open up time if I can do that for you. Okay. So I'm going to go for now. I'm going to go to the extended, and oh yes, between 5 and 75% off the live reads. I'm going to go to the extended. Thank you so much for being here and watching. I appreciate you. Let's go to the extended. And if you're not there, that's cool, because I'll be back, because I'm always back. Take care. Bye-bye.